everyone. It's Selena Shands. I'm going to be moderating the chat today, along with all of our fantastic speakers and facilitators. A couple of housekeeping things. We recommend that you use the speaker's view, which is the button in the upper right-hand corner of the Zoom platform, so you can see PowerPoints and speakers clearly. And then lastly, if you could kindly put yourself on mute and turn off your camera, we would appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Von Tonquinvillin.
Good morning, everyone. We're delighted that you can grab your cup of coffee and join us for this morning's session. I'm Von Tonquinvillin, CEO of Futuro Health, which is a new nonprofit focused on addressing the allied health shortage of workers. We were formed by Kaiser Permanente and SEIU United Healthcare Workers. And I'm here co-hosting this session with you with Victor Hu is from Lumos Capital Group, and he'll be introducing himself shortly. So today's agenda for this session is called the Reinvention of Higher Education, Rebuilding Our Workforce Amid COVID. Many of you already know that even before the global pandemic, much of higher education was facing a crisis, with some 30% of our institutions nationally facing some level of financial difficulty. The pandemic has created an overlay on that that is shifting many things. And even after the pandemic is over, hopefully, some things will have shifted and remain shifted, and others will go back. And so today's discussion will help us look ahead at the future of work, the future of higher education. And we have a terrific group that is with us today. All of you who have joined us so far, I invite you to just type in the chat, your name, your organization, and why you're here, just to introduce yourself in chat. And Selena will be monitoring the chat for themes and sharing with us as we go along. So with that, let me introduce the agenda. So you can see that on the agenda, we are going to start first with the national trends. Let's look at the data. What does the enrollment patterns say? What is there a shift in consumer preference during this moment in time? And then we're going to have a panel of state leaders who will reflect on how they're responding to these trends amid COVID. And then we will close with Byron August, who will have a conversation about future of higher education, what are the needed public policies. So with that, let me turn it over to Victor Hu to introduce himself.
Hi, everybody. We're very excited to welcome you all to this discussion. I'm excited to co-host with Vaughn and engage with all of you. I'm the co-founder and managing partner of Lumos Capital Group. We are an investment firm that is focused on the sector of human capital development, so everything related to education and workforce development. I've been involved in the education sector most of my career in the private sector. Come from a family of educators, have a very deep interest in lifelong learning and helping people make the most of the talent and potential they have. And that's what we seek to do with Lumos Capital Group via investment in the private sector. So I'm going to very quickly review here the panelists that have joined us today. We have Byron Augustine, who's CEO and co-founder of Opportunity at Work; Dave Clayton, who's a senior vice president of consumer insights at Strata Education Network; Mi-Kyung Ryu, who's a director at the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center. And then specifically with respect to some Californian higher education leaders, we have Mark Singer, who's dean at the School of Undergraduate Studies at Golden Gate University; Sonny Cook, who's president and superintendent at Miracosta Community College District; Katie Nielsen, who's chief education officer at Voxy; and Deborah Nankerveld, who is CEO at Fresno Business Council. So welcome to all of them and to all of you again.